It's Sarah here. Thanks for joining me for this Moose and Adventure. Today we're here in Tomorrowland at Disneyland to do the Seasons of Force. Today is the first day. Our very first stop was the Star Trader store in Tomorrowland to pick up this card. It was absolutely free. You heard that right? FREE. No cost to do this. What you do is you take the map and there are special spots with canisters in Star Wars Land where it has codes written in Arabic. Once you've found the codes, you bring them back to Tomorrowland, and they have special decoders written throughout the land, which you then fill out to form a special word. Once you've done that, you can redeem them at the Star Trader store for a special keepsake. I don't know what that is. I'm excited to find out. We just placed a mobile order at Galactic Grill for some of their new foods that they just released today. But while we're waiting for that, I'm going to head back into Star Trader to check out some of the new merchandise that I know was just released today that is all about Star Wars. I'm absolutely loving the colors that they picked. Love the way the characters turned out. I'm really liking this line. I also totally can't get enough of all of the new houseware stuff that they came out with. They've got mugs, they've got pitchers, salt shakers. Like, how cute is this platter? Yeah, this is definitely going to end up in my kitchen. Also, totally loving this new Tomorrowland Spirit jersey. Future Moose here. Went back to get our mobile order. So excited to pick it up that I realized that I didn't even tell you what I was doing. So now here we are trying the new seasonal food. We were trying out some of the seasonal food for the Seasons of Force Festival. This is the Bantha burger. This is the loaded waffle fries. I don't know that I've ever seen waffle fries at Disneyland before. My kids just said, "Are you really going to take another bite?" I just took a bite to be able to do a reel of this. I'm going to take another bite. I can't believe I'm taking another bite. The reason I'm saying that is that I am not a spice moose at all. This sauce is like a Buffalo Wild Wing hot sauce. If you like hot sauces like on the Buffalo Wild Wings, you'll probably like this. I do not like this at all, but I'm going to take another bite. I can't believe I'm taking another bite. The fries themselves are really, really good. Oh my gosh, that hit comes in later. I've not tried the meat. There's not a ton of meat on here. Oh, this is way softer and more tender than I was thinking it was going to be. Oh, it's a meatball. Oh, there's only one. There's a few more meatballs. There's not tons of meatballs on there, though. The meatball's good, but again, oh, my goodness me. This is the Bantha burger. I'm not sure about how I feel about how it looks. Like, it looks kind of dry, doesn't it? But it's a burger, and then I thought it was two burgers, but I think is it mushrooms or onions on the bottom? It's what? Oh, it's like a veggie burger. Oh, interesting. That makes more sense. It's got cheese on here. I think got a coleslaw mixture. It's really, really good. Just from looking at it, like I would never have gotten it. It does taste good though. If you do not like spice, don't get do not get the fries. But this isn't spicy, I don't think. But it's really hard to tell because my mouth is already like, ah! Went and got the special tumbler for the season. It is such a cool looking tumbler. We purchased ours at the Galactic Grill. It is on mobile order, which is how we got it. It has its own separate line. That's how popular these are. Keep in mind that you can only get two per guest. And it also comes with your choice of drink. I can't believe I'm saying this because we're in April now, but we got it with hot chocolate. It is absolutely freezing today. I know I've said this in other videos, but I'm going to say it again. It can be absolutely freezing in California. So even though you're going to Southern California, and even though you're maybe going, oh, I come from someplace really cold, it is really windy, which makes it really, really cold today, even with the sun out. So plan accordingly. I would always, always take a jacket because if you want one and you don't have one, you'll freeze to death. But if you don't end up wanting one, but you have one, not a big deal. So I think this is where we're supposed to be according to the map are these like kiosk carts right here. Now we just gotta find the canister. This is not as obvious as I thought it was going to be. Maybe it is. Did you find it? Okay, we're so close. They said it's on this pod. It wouldn't be that, would it? Okay, it is. Oh, It's a little blue one. We found it. We found it. We only had to have a little bit of help, but now that we know what it looks like, I think the next one will be a little bit easier. Fingers crossed. That's actually really fun that it's hard to find. All right, we found the first one. We're headed to the market. We just saw a guest and she was like, is this, did you just find the last one? I was like, no, this is the first one. And she's like, oh, good luck. She's like, there's one of them that's really, really hard to find. Now I'm intrigued. I'm curious to know if we'll find the other ones really fast or if it'll be really hard, like she said. I'm kind of excited that they're hard because it makes it more fun than if they were just like obvious, like, oh, here it is. Because even the cast member, we did ask with the last one, we're like, is it supposed to be over here? And she kind of pointed at where it kind of was. She didn't tell us exactly where it is, but she's like, it's in here somewhere. And that was fun. And now that I know what it looks like, maybe a little bit easier. We'll see. All right. It never ceases to amaze me, no matter how many times I walk through here, just how cool it is. And it changes at night. It looks so different than it does during the day, just with the lighting and all the details. Oh, I love it in here. We have narrowed it down to it's kind of in this area. I could be over there. This is a really big area to be hunting for that canister. I have finally done it. I found it before my kids did. I've decided that I'm not going to zoom in and show you exactly what they are on the chance that maybe you want to come back and do it because I don't want to spoil this for you. It's fun. I don't remember if I mentioned this earlier or not, but they do in fact give you a free pencil so that you don't have to worry about bringing something to write with, which is really nice. The fact that it's free is incredibly awesome. Oh, something smells amazing back here tonight. We came and ate at the docking bay when it very first opened, but I didn't think it was a great value for how much they were charging for how little food it was. So we haven't been back, but we might have to try it again because seriously, it smells so incredibly good, and I'm not even hungry right now. But oh, this is where it's going to be our downfall. We're going in to see if it's inside. Well, that didn't last long enough. It's crowded enough in there. I really don't think that they would have put it in there. So we're going to go back to looking around on the outside. But yeah, I kind of think it's not going to be back in the back because this is kind of a weird random place to have it. I don't know. Keeping with tradition, I'm not going to show you exactly where it is, but suffice it to say we did find it. This one was a little bit trickier. Seriously, they've done such a good job of just making this game part of just the decor. We still have 3 more to go, but I'm going to throw this out there. They've been decently challenging, walking down some steps, decently challenging in the daylight. Granted, it's not full sunlight right now, but I think our consensus is that at night, this would be impossible because it's not going to be lit. So if you're going to go do this, do it while it's daylight. Andrew's saying he definitely found it. I have not seen it yet. I'm just going to pan. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you can see it because I do not see it yet. Two more to go. The next one says it's by Oga's Cantina. Doesn't seem like there's that many places to hide it. Andrew just said that this was really hard too. All of them have been decently challenging. I'm glad that there's 3 of us looking. This is such a big area to cover. If you see it, let me know. I got sidetracked because I talked to a cast member about Oga's Cantina. She said I've got to go in there and try to deconstruct a pastrami sandwich. So now that's on my go-to list because she was saying that they just got a brand new menu and she was saying it's really easy to get walk up and that the line goes really fast. So I'm gonna have to do that soon. We did in fact finally find the one over here. I say finally, it really didn't take us that long, but we cheated just a smidge. So I hit with this. So my hit with this, which kind of went along with cheated just a smidge, is that we watched a couple other people with these naps. Following a cast member to the general area where it was. So if you get totally completely stumped, follow someone else with those, because chances are you're all trying to find the same one. This brings us to our last one. So really it didn't take us that long to do. And it's not a ton of walking, it's just basically walking through Star Wars Land, which you're going to want to walk through anyway because Star Wars Land is amazing. So we think it might be back here by where we came in. In hindsight, we probably should have done this one first because I think we walked right by it as we were going in, but didn't realize that we were walking right by it. I think it's going to be over here. We'll see first. Okay. AD found this one first, so there's only one that I beat him to. So there's the last one. I gave up and put on a second jacket. When I got to the park today, I realized that my husband had left. It actually happens to be a Star Wars jacket in the car, and it was plenty big enough that I could put it on over my other hoodie. I think the biggest problem tonight is the wind. My hands are so incredibly cold. So is my nose. The hoodie doesn't super help with that, but just a little bit. All right, we found one, and now we're going to start decoding. So you'll notice that these correspond with the different canisters that you found, and they are written much bigger. So once you find the symbol on there, you follow it over to figure out which corresponding letter it is, the V, M, or the K, and then you add it to the orange cylinder, which is written at the bottom of the map. Is maybe the most challenging part of this is that if you do not, okay, finding the cylinders was actually decently hard too, but if you do not do a good job of drawing your letters or your pictures in there, oh, we just found another one, then it's going to be really hard for you to figure out which letter goes in which canister. So we found the second Seasons of the Force sign. These actually are okay, even though it's starting to get dark. I'm not going to show you where every single one of these are because they're kind of more boring to look at, but they're not right next to each other in the land. So you do have to walk, and there is not the benefit of a map like there was to find the canisters. When you find the canisters, they've made that tricky, but they've given you like a general idea on your map of where every single one is. For the signs, the decoder signs, you just have to walk around Tomorrowland and hope you can see them. I said I wasn't going to show you where all of them are, and I won't, but we haven't found the next one yet. I know where one of them is because we saw it by accident when we were going over to the Galactic Girl. Andrew just said that he saw the next one. We'll see. I'm going to throw AD under the bus. I think we still have 2 more to find, 3 more to find. I've lost track. But hope we're doing this right because AD's comment was, I have no idea what this is supposed to say. So maybe we're doing this wrong. I don't know. Hannah had a guess. I'm not going to tell you what her guess was. But Hannah had a guess is what it was. And right now, AD and Who's are debating whether or not her guess is right. Oh, there's one on the left. But weirdly enough, they were going to the left to see the one they saw. And I was going to the right to see the one I saw. We're on to the very last one. The sun is going down. The lights are turning on. Tomorrowland looks fantastic. The map, we take it back to the Star Traders. We showed it to them, and they just give you a stamp on it, so you get to keep your map. And they also gave us this really cool decoder card of Chewbacca, and then on the back of that, it's got the Aramesh alphabet. So this is very reminiscent. AD and I were talking of when they used to pass out the decoder cards at Indiana Jones, and you could like decode the messages in there while you're walking through the line. So we were laughing that while we wait in line for Star Tours and for Space Mountain tonight, we're going to learn Aramesh. This makes for a really fun keepsake that's totally completely free that will remind you of your adventures at Disneyland. While we were finding the signs for the Decatur, we noticed the hyperspace mountain said 75 minutes, and it's been over 100 all day long. And we were a little bit worried that when we came back that line would be long, but it's in fact only saying 85 minutes. So we're going to go on it right now. I'm really excited to write on it because this is the only time of the year that they do the Star Wars version of Space Mountain. And this is, in fact, my very favorite version, if you don't count that they used to change it for Halloween. I loved it when they did the scary Space Mountain, but unfortunately, they don't do that anymore. Bring it back, Disney. That was so awesome. Everything about the Halloween one was cool, but I digress. So, we're hoping that this one really is 85. Star Tours said it was 25. Star Tours is not normally a ride I enjoy because I get motion sick, but I have noticed that if I take off the glasses, then I'm fine. And they just added new stuff to that. And today's the first day. But as we're walking by that, even though the sign outside said 25, I don't think so. That line was incredibly long. I just don't think that it's caught up to what the real time is yet. Crossing my fingers that as we come up here, sign up, be like, oh, there's no way this is only gonna be 75 because that is the lightning lane line. We'll see. Who's is like, of course it's only be 75. That's really weird though because the lightning lane line is so long, which is making me a little bit nervous. But weirdly enough, I don't see anybody, like not a soul in the standby line. That could be a major downfall because sometimes when the lightning lane is really crowded, I've noticed, depending on the cast member, totally depends on the cast member. But sometimes if it's like that, they just put tons and tons and tons of lightning lane people through it and don't put by the standby. So I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that the force is with us and that it's a cast member that believes in letting standby members in line as well. But so far, the standby line does not look bad because there's lots of times that it comes all the way out here, and it is not tonight. But I guess if we're going to be in line for 75 minutes, it is nice and wonderfully warm inside this queue. That was incredibly fun. I think that was one of the few times that the ride, like wait time, was spot on. It said 85 minutes, and it was in fact like exactly 85 minutes, which is so crazy. I did in fact time that one. It's such a short ride, like such an incredibly short ride, but it's really fun. And when it's Star Wars, which is what it is right now, they've got like fun chips and they've got the Star Wars music playing, and it's a totally different ride than it normally is just with all the Star Wars elements. So that was fun. The app says that the wait time for Star Tours right now is only 25 minutes, so we're gonna go check that out. I was really hoping that we'd get to see the fireworks right now because they brought back their their wondrous show, which is, oh my word, hands down, I think maybe my favorite fireworks show that they've ever done. Interesting. Their projections are going right now, but I don't think that they're doing. So we just heard the show start, but I don't think they're doing fireworks because Toontown's still open, Fantasyland's still open, and they have to close that when they do the fireworks. So I'm gonna let's say take advantage of the shorter wait lanes because people are. It's not short though. This is 25 minutes, which is only weird. It's now 35. Not 35. Yeah, this line looks huge. Saying 25 minutes, there's no way this is 25 minutes. This line goes clear out in front. I think this is going to be way longer than 25. We'll see. Oh, line looks way longer than 25 minutes, but there is, in fact, not really any lightning lane people coming in right now, so that might make it faster. This ride also holds a lot of people. It's weird to see, granted, it's like the last day of spring break, which I think is inflating wait times. It's also the first day of the season of Force, so that's also impacting wait times. But it's and the first day that they've added the new scenes and stuff to Star Tours. But it's really weird to be here and have there be a long line here because usually at night this is under 15 minutes.
Even if it was 30 minutes, we probably wouldn't have to.
We made the call to get a line right there because I really don't think it's going to be 25 minutes, and we have to leave by 10, and it's 9:30 right now. So rather than risk getting up there and having to get off, we decided we'll do Star Tours another day. But we got to do a lot of the things that we wanted to do. it really doesn't seem like we did a ton, but we were able to do the scavenger hunt. We were able to do Space Mountain, which took up a big chunk of our time. We got to try some of the new food. We got the new Star Wars tumbler. It seemed like we did a lot, but looking back, I guess we really didn't. But it was fun. We got to do the new stuff for Seasons of Force. Oh, um, I forgot to add this in earlier, but I'll add it in now. We did go try out some of the treats at Grand California that are special for Star Wars Land. So I'll throw that in right here because it was delicious. And go check out the treats at the Grand Californian because I believe that's the only place you can buy those, and they were yum yums. Thanks for joining me tonight, and I'll see you real soon.